1. What is the primary responsibility of a DMV representative when assisting customers? A. To provide technical support for DMV website issues. B. To ensure customers understand the licensing requirements. C. To perform vehicle inspections. D. To assist customers with traffic violations. 2. Which communication technique is most effective when explaining complex DMV regulations to a customer? A. Using technical jargon to demonstrate authority. B. Speaking in a calm and simple manner. C. Ignoring the customer's questions and providing general answers. D. Using complicated legal terms for precision. 3. What is the best method to evaluate a customer's understanding of DMV requirements after explaining them? A. Asking the customer to repeat the information in their own words. B. Telling them to read the manual. C. Providing them with a pamphlet for review. D. Ignoring customer comprehension. 4. How can a DMV representative ensure compliance with customer privacy laws? A. Sharing personal data with other customers for comparison. B. Ensuring that all customer information is kept confidential. C. Storing customer data on public servers for easy access. D. Using customer information in promotional materials. 5. Which adult learning principles should be prioritized when teaching a customer how to fill out a DMV form? A. Lecturing the customer without interruption. B. Allowing customers to discover answers independently without guidance. C. Engaging the customer in hands-on activities and examples. D. Avoiding customer participation to speed up the process. 6. What approach is most effective for mentoring new DMV employees? A. Allowing new employees to learn solely by observing. B. Providing them with clear, step-by-step instructions and regular feedback. C. Giving new employees minimal direction and hoping they learn quickly. D. Only assigning difficult tasks without support. 7. Which of the following is essential when handling a customer who is frustrated with the DMV process? A. Ignoring the customer's frustration and continuing with the procedure. B. Listening attentively, empathizing, and offering solutions. C. Responding with impatience to rush the process. D. Refusing service if the customer seems upset. 8. When presenting information to customers, which of these is most important for ensuring comprehension? A. Speaking as quickly as possible to save time. B. Using visual aids and clear explanations. C. Avoiding any form of feedback from the customer. D. Relying on written instructions only. 9. What should a DMV representative do when faced with a difficult or irate customer? A. Agree with everything the customer says. B. Stay calm, listen, and offer assistance. C. Ignore the customer and let them handle the situation. D. Pass the customer to another representative without offering help. 10. In order to maintain compliance with federal regulations, DMV representatives must: A. Use outdated guidelines if they are more convenient. B. Follow the latest federal and state regulations. C. Ignore federal mandates in favor of local policies. D. Advise customers to circumvent regulations when possible. 11. Which of the following best defines regulatory compliance in the context of DMV operations? A. Ensuring the DMV adheres to state traffic laws and administrative rules. B. Operating the DMV office based on employee preferences. C. Ignoring the legal framework to expedite service. D. Providing service based solely on customer demands. 12. Which mentoring technique can help new DMV representatives quickly adjust to their role? A. Assigning random tasks without explanation. B. Providing clear instructions and ongoing support throughout the learning process. C. Letting them learn by trial and error with no guidance. D. Expecting them to figure things out on their own. 13. When evaluating whether a customer has filled out a DMV form correctly, what is the most effective evaluation method? A. Relying solely on the customer's own explanation. B. Reviewing the form and providing corrections based on standards. C. Asking another customer to review the form. D. Ignoring minor errors for the sake of speed. 14. How should a DMV representative approach the task of explaining the licensing renewal process to an elderly customer? A. Provide a detailed explanation with minimal interruptions. B. Use jargon to explain complex procedures. C. Assume the customer understands and rush the process. D. Skip over instructions and direct them to the website. 15. What strategy is most effective for keeping customers engaged during long wait times? A. Ignore customers and continue working. B. Keep customers informed with regular updates on wait times. C. Provide no communication and expect them to wait patiently. D. Speed up the process without regard to accuracy. 16. Which of the following is an example of compliance in the DMV's data handling process? A. Sharing customer data with unauthorized individuals. B. Storing sensitive information securely according to legal standards. C. Using customer data for marketing purposes. D. Ignoring data protection regulations. 17. How should a DMV representative handle a situation where a customer requests information they are not authorized to provide? A. Give them the information anyway, as the customer requested it. B. Politely explain the limitations and offer alternative sources. C. Ignore the request entirely and change the subject. D. Become defensive and argue with the customer. 18. What is the best way to train new staff members on complex processes, such as handling appeals? A. Let them observe without actively participating. B. Provide hands-on training with detailed instructions and examples. C. Have them read a manual without any guidance. D. Skip over the training to get them on the floor faster. 19. Which of the following is a critical skill for a DMV representative when managing multiple tasks? A. Avoiding customer interactions to focus on tasks. B. Prioritizing tasks based on urgency and importance. C. Ignoring the needs of customers in favor of administrative duties. D. Delegating all tasks to other representatives. 20. Which communication method should a DMV representative use when assisting a customer who speaks limited English? A. Speak louder and faster in English. B. Use simple words and offer translated materials when possible. C. Assume the customer understands without checking. D. Ignore their language barrier and proceed in English. 21. What should a DMV representative do when faced with conflicting regulations from different sources? A. Follow the most convenient source, even if it's outdated. B. Seek clarification from a supervisor or refer to the official policy manual. C. Ignore the conflict and proceed with the first source. D. Ask the customer to resolve the conflict. 22. What is the primary purpose of using visual aids during customer interactions at the DMV? A. To confuse the customer and demonstrate authority. B. To enhance understanding by providing a visual representation of the process. C. To save time by avoiding verbal explanations. D. To make the customer feel overwhelmed. 23. How can a DMV representative improve customer satisfaction during routine transactions? A. Focus solely on completing the transaction as quickly as possible. B. Provide clear instructions, offer assistance, and engage with the customer. C. Rush the process to avoid delays. D. Keep the interaction brief and dismiss any questions. 24. What is an appropriate action if a DMV representative is unsure about a customer's inquiry? A. Give the customer an incorrect answer to avoid embarrassment. B. Ask a colleague or supervisor for clarification before providing an answer. C. Avoid answering the question and redirect the customer to a different department. D. Guess the answer based on assumptions. 25. How can a DMV representative help a customer who is unfamiliar with the online service options available? A. Direct the customer to a random web page without explanation. B. Provide detailed guidance on the available online services and how to use them. C. Assume the customer understands without providing instructions. D. Ignore the customer's request and continue with other tasks. 26. When training new staff members, what is the most effective strategy for teaching them customer service skills? A. Provide them with a list of rules and expect them to memorize it. B. Role-play common customer interactions and provide constructive feedback. C. Let them learn by trial and error with no guidance. D. Have them observe other employees without interacting with customers. 27. How should a DMV representative respond if a customer is confused about a new law affecting DMV services? A. Avoid explaining the law and redirect them to the website. B. Provide a clear explanation and refer them to additional resources if necessary. C. Give a vague answer and hope the customer understands. D. Ignore the question and continue the process. 28. Which of the following is a key responsibility of a DMV representative in ensuring accessibility for customers with disabilities? A. Relying on the customer to inform the DMV about their accessibility needs. B. Providing accessible formats and services as outlined by ADA guidelines. C. Denying services to customers with disabilities. D. Refusing to assist customers who need additional support. 29. How should a DMV representative approach customer complaints regarding long wait times? A. Dismiss the complaint and continue with the service. B. Apologize for the delay, explain the cause, and offer alternatives. C. Blame the customer for arriving late. D. Ignore the complaint and move on with the process. 30. Which action should a DMV representative take if a customer provides incomplete documentation? A. Immediately reject the application. B. Politely explain the missing documents and guide the customer in providing them. C. Ignore the missing documentation and proceed. D. Approve the application anyway to avoid conflict. 31. How can a DMV representative ensure that customers understand the consequences of failing to meet deadlines for license renewals? A. Provide only a general statement about the deadline. B. Give clear, specific information about the deadline and possible penalties.